this audience too. You guys should get checked for AIDS. Please go get AIDS if you don't already have AIDS. Although Geiger says, Nick, these guys are legitimately in actual fear of Turtle Boy. They fear he will expose them and their crimes. Yeah, of course, that's the reality.
Alright, grumpy old ninja again. We are giving this another try. Took forever to get this poor system moving, but it finally is, so let's see what happens now.
Dude, I loved in college. Lady Rackets and I were cheerleaders in college, if you don't know this. Lauren says, stop the nurse slander. We aren't all whores. No. Lauren, of course you're not.
Alright. First, let's check to see if there is stability. And I can hear Ricada, so I'm assuming that there is.
No, but I make the joke because I think it is. I think it is, nurses are the most, they're like one of the red pill community things.
Hey, it looks like it's moving. And there's Darren M. Hola and hail, brother. How are you doing this evening? Or morning, or whatever it is. I can't tell anymore. I have spent something like 6 or 7 hours fighting with my computer, and fighting with OBS, and fighting with Restream, and fighting with everything to see if I can get back up and running. And it would seem that it is finally back to normal, more or less. And even the camera is mostly behaving, not completely, but it's moving. Let me put the chat out here because I can't actually see it. It's too small. Hang on, let me. Okay, but at least it's working. Now, Darren, I don't know what you're doing up at this forsaken hour. Or forsaking, I should say. Forsaking hour. But I'm glad you're up, so we can hang out for a little bit before you finally go to bed. That's technically true. I guess I am talking from the future a bit. It's not as bad as Ginger Ninja. By the way, if you don't know him, go over to his channel, and if you happen to be up, Lord, when is it? This Sunday morning at like, God, what is it going to be for you? It's going to be bad. But if you're up in the morning, he streams at what winds up being something like 7 or 8 a.m. Eastern time for me in Pennsylvania, because he's streaming from Japan. His name's James Harrison. He's a very, very good artist. Don't worry, that's not name doxing. He's perfectly fine with that out there. And you gotta track him down. He's really good, and he's gonna have his, I think, 100th episode special pretty soon. Oh, Darren says, we're both in the morning, brother. You are way earlier in the morning than I am, and that I'm coming in the pipe 5x5. So it looks like OBS is back. It is a little bit weirder and a little bit different and a little bit tweakier. So I had to go download another version because I can't find the one that I originally installed. I don't know what I did with it. But I started from scratch many times. And then finally, it's stuck. Oh, Darren M says he does know the Ginger Ninja. Okay, good. Well, he's gonna have that episode on there soon, so if and you can do drop by. I know that's gonna be a fun time. And as you can see, I'm still dealing with Granny, but I'm still dealing with the girls. I needed to try to fit all of them on one page to see what they would look like together, to see if I needed to make decisions about them, and I do, because I needed to differentiate their height. So we made her the smallest. We made her she's the first one, so she actually, I did make her a little bit taller than the original drawing, but I mean, and you can see it over here. That's the first time I actually drew this one. This one is that one, and you see Hope over there. I mean, you know her, but yeah. So that's what I got, surprisingly to me anyway, further than I thought I would in the little bit of time I was on last night. So I figured let's try to give it a go last night, and then 7 hours later this morning, here I am. Because it took doggone forever. Alright. Alright, well then let me put the thingy up here, Darren, and we will... Well, no, I guess we kind of are already rolling. But I just have to change the stream info real quick. But other than that, how are you doing? How was the 30th? Clearly you're planning on having a decent Halloween, because you also said you were pumpkin carving with friends and he just got home. Oh, wow. Okay. That's a nice good night. I don't think I have ever done that, to be perfectly honest with you. I don't think I've ever done pumpkin carving. But I see it, and it always just, it fascinates me, because I like crazily creative things like that. Especially when you can do them with an edge. It's just like woodwork, and just like Rini when she does her wood burning. I used to do that when I was younger, and I have craved to do it again, and just have not had the chance. Lord willing, I will get to do one of those on my campaign, and I will make one just for her to say thank you for putting me back on the ball. Because she really did, man. Come on, be nice, notepad, please. Don't start chortling the stream. Oh my gosh. Bricada just finally got to Jaffo's super chat. He was, I don't know why, but he wound up buying himself a Wacom Cintiq Pro. It's a $5,000 tablet. Oh god, I mean he does have interest in like creative things, because that's most of what him and his wife do with their kids. And he just has it sitting there. He doesn't hardly ever do anything. And Jaffo told him that, I'm pretty sure you know Jaffo, and he told him that he would murder him for that tablet. That's how much he'd love to have one of those. Oh, Daredevil says, doing good for Devil's Night. Good, glad to hear it. And he says, I'll send you an email with some pics with a descriptor of the evening. Just sent the same to Stunt Brand. Ah, cool. I'd love to check that out. Let me see. Yeah. Oh, and I finally did get to grab that, the other thing that you sent me. I'm sorry. It just, this computer doesn't have a ton of space left on it. So and then when I move things out of it, it takes forever to do so. I don't know what happened to it. Maybe I installed too many things into it, but I have also uninstalled like most of the stuff that was there. But the what do you call it there? The Windows Explorer, it is a slog. It'll take 20 minutes to move a 120 meg file. It's completely ridiculous. But yes, thank you for that. I most verily do appreciate it. Let me see if I can actually get this thing to fit, because it's almost there. Okay, it's coming out. Oh, and Darren I am also doing some homework, not only from Bane the Barbarian, because he sent me a video to help me along with the OBS stuff, and I think I did some of that wrong. on top of YouTube going nuts yesterday. It was all a perfect storm of I wasn't going to stream, but I did finally get to do it. I just had to do it on regular Restream. But I fought tooth and nail with the OBS, and the Lord won the war for me. Oh, Darren says, no worries. If you need it resent, let me know. No probs. I haven't deleted it, so it should be okay. Ah, thank you. No. I was actually able to get it down. I just didn't pull it down in this computer. that's what I wound up doing. And I still have to wait till I do my sweep so I can take the stuff off of the other one and then bring it over here, because this is the only computer I can watch stuff on, because it's the only one that has enough memory. The little one has more space, so everything is completely discombobulated. But for the most part, it's still sort of working out. Alright, it's loading. Ah, there was something else I forgot. Yeah, this. I need to put this back together so that I can actually link to Mama Bear's, whatchamacallit. Dang it. Her YouTube channel. Jeez. Darren, I keep meaning to ask you, do you stream? Oh, no. No, I don't keep meaning to ask you, because we discussed it the other day, and you're going to try to set something up for doing woodwork. Yeah, sorry. I had that in the back of my head. It's like, no, he's doing stuff. So, in case I have not, I need to subscribe to your channel so that, since we're still small enough, YouTube may consider actually sending out notifications when we start stuff. So, just waiting for one more thing to go. And then I can actually do stuff. To do it, I just had to do it on regular Restream. And I'm pretty sure Mama Bear went to sleep, but she did send me something. But I fought tooth and nail with the but I have to actually get past here. Once I get past here, I can actually get there. So I have to make sure I don't have much stuff open. I mean, it's bad enough I have Photoshop and OBS open at the same time, plus a couple of folders and Chrome. But those are the things I absolutely need, along with that one notepad file. Lord have mercy, this thing is taking forever. Come on. But yes, to mention it again, what I was trying to say is that I'm trying to do the homework there, because there's a bunch of people that trying to put through that OBS, and you can bring people on through OBS. It's just somewhat more annoying. Oh, Darren says, no worries. It's actually worse than somewhat, but well, you get the gist. No problem. All right, let's throw this in here. I haven't deleted it, so it should be okay. Ah, thank you. Oh, hang on a second. No. It's gonna. I was actually able to get it. Trying to tool with the audio. Didn't pull it down in this computer. That's what that caused a bit of an echo. So apologies for that. It should be gone as I speak now. And I still have to wait till I do my sweep. Come on, you darn thing. So I can take the stuff off of the other one. And then bring it over here, because this is the only computer I can watch stuff on. I know the one that has enough memory. The little one never has more space. Right now, so everything is completely discombobulated. But for the most part, it's still sort of working out. Alright, it's loading. Ah, there was something else I forgot. Alright, good. Yeah. Now that that's done, let me bring this up so I can show you Mama Bear's thingy. Because I didn't get to show you guys what started this insanity. And I can't believe I still did that with her hair. That's not like me. Because I don't terribly enjoy short hair. I don't know what it is, but I just have an aversion to it on women. I don't hate it. I don't hate them. It's just, ever since I was little, it was imparted upon me that a woman's hair is her glory. So there's no reason you're not Samson. There's no reason for you to cut that. But if anything, it's that you are like Samson, so you shouldn't be cutting your hair. So that's kind of how it goes for me. I'm a weirdo that way. Alright. Alright, now the echo should be completely gone. Whatchamacallit? Dang it. Now, while I wait for that, let me do a little bit of this. Because I made her hair too tall and her eye is not right, but I really was just trying to do a little bit of a placeholder when it came to that. Alright, it's moving. But yeah, I added some from the test because this is technically the third time I'm drawing this one and the second time I'm drawing these two. But there is a third for her somewhere. I got lost in my own pages, so I'll have to track that down again. I think I got bricated down to nice nominal levels. And I started actually drawing the tail on this one. It's a bone tail. Oh, Darren, you must have surely heard of monitor lizards, but have you ever heard of a tegu? Because that's a tegu lizard is something I have completely forgotten about from, Lord, it has to be from when I was a kid. That's a lizard that's something, it can grow to like 4 feet in length, and maybe only 1.5 of that is tail. And it can be a scary looking thing to just sort of be in front of it if you weren't expecting to see that, because that's a big freaking lizard. And the only reason I'm yakking about that is because there's a character that it's a Japanese character I made a long time ago. It's a girl that she winds up being like a big fan of Godzilla. So she has a pet lizard, and I was trying to find what lizard to give her that would be very different. So I was kind of stuck between a tegu, a monitor lizard, and a, what do you call it there? What is that thing? And the Komodo dragon. So I'm thinking I may just have to use a mix of all of those, but they're pretty good. Looking for that. But yeah, so I'm sorry, I'm just a little excited because I rediscovered that earlier, and I'm going to try to. Wow, yeah, no, that is way too small. And I'm going to try to use it for her as a pet. I'm just going to see if I can crossbreed those 3 things and make something else. Because I made her father what is it? He's a research scientist that deals in biochemistry and is supposed to be trying to find some stuff out. So that's how she's going to wind up with a new path in life. Let's just say. Oh, I forgot. It's downloading to here. Alright, so if it's downloading here, I should be able to see it. Darren M says, oh, I know that one. It's pretty common in Thailand. Yeah, that one's coming to Thailand. Lots of videos on that fellow. A mix would be good. But the one I'm talking about is the other one. It's from Argentina, and it is, well, you and I would consider it massive because those things get bigger than Komodo dragons. Like it. Well, I'll see if I can show you. But first, let me show you the last thing that Mads did. I was gonna put it on the doggone. I was gonna put it in the Photoshop, but I think it'll be easier to see this way. Alright, what was left? There was one thing I had left here so that I could save it. Oh, right. It was this. And then I can do a little bit more. Alright, good. That big puff is correct now. Alright, now let's go ahead and slip down this way. No, this is not made for kids. One of these days I will find a way to actually set up a stream with OBS instead of going through all this insanity after the fact, after I start it. But at least I shouldn't have to put up any more, so that'll help. Alright, good. There. It's coming now. Okay. Maximize. Oh, jeez, I still have to zoom. I thought it would pop up a little bit bigger, but she probably scrunched it down because she knew it was going to be a bad file size. Alright, save. You palooka. Come on. I'll show it on tomorrow's too. Okay, it's saving. It's finally saving. Darren says, that one. Yeah, I know that one too. Okay, good. Yeah, so I was thinking I might do that. Because it's gonna be with sort of, I don't want to call him my main character, but it is a character in that's sort of in the middle of the modern part of my world. So there are stories that lead up to when he starts, and then of course the ones after he does. And I'm gonna send him with that Japanese character and another Japanese character who will already be there, and they're going to share a crazy summer together, saving people from crazy things. So it'll be that'll be like a few issues of you get to just cheer for 3 younger people that are actually trying to do the right thing and do succeed at it, even when they fail. Fantastic. All right, that's in, and that's in, which means I can go back to OBS and do this right here, which is the one I gotta take. Damn it, now I don't remember. And bear with me, you're gonna hear a bit of a hiccup there because memory usage went up a bit, but it should be calming down. Lord, it is 71%. It went up to like 100%, but it's calming because it was trying to switch between the imagery. Alright, so if I turn this off, there. Okay, so now you can actually see it. So yeah, that is well, that's the original one that Mads did that she showed me that told me that I needed to try to do this. And she has it inked, and as you can see, let me see, good. The cursor is actually showing up. She actually has a parademon peeking in on her, which is freaking hilarious. I didn't think to put the actual window behind her, which is kind of what I should have done, but she did a better job of it. But yeah, this is the one that started it off. So we'll be doing. I don't know what else she's gonna do with it, but she's gonna be painting it soon, which means I am yet again behind the ball. So I gotta get up and running. Oh, holy cow! Yeah, because I have to do two things before I can actually put this in Photoshop and then try to color it to get it ready for the other thing. So, got to do those rainbow brights. But I did make a playlist of just those drawings, so I'll, and I think I'm going to try to make a habit of doing that too. Now let's see. Alright, let me close this out. So I'll leave that there, and then I'll turn the manual back on so we can get back to business. Except for one last thing. Just one. And the good thing is I don't have to do that on that side. I can do it over here. That's not it. Okay. That's fine. That just means we go in here, we take care of it. No issues there. Oh, okay, good. I already am. Alright. Alright. Got it. Got it. Got it. Fantastico. That right there. Perfecto. Okay. There it says he just sent me an email as a resend from Stuntbear. Okay. It has her info in it. You may send her an email if you like. Oh, great. So I did want to connect with her. She's cool people, man. And then he says, sorry, some pics. You may need to delete files if space is needed. Don't worry, Darren. I need the space in the computer, but that's going to require another hard drive. But I have another one that is actually a smaller machine that has a larger hard drive. So that's where I'm keeping my streams. So no worries, brother. I will get there, and we shall bring those in. And now, 45 minutes later, I can finally try to get some of this in. Oh, and Darren, don't worry. Like if you're ever just like out there and lurking, and you're just like, well, he seems to be actually be getting some work done. Let me not chat him up. Don't worry. So you can always feel free to come in. Never feel like you have to lurk because you think you might disturb me. I have an aversion to that too, so I just kind of so I always tell folks, no, feel free to come in. It's not disruptive. I'm happy to get to talk to folks. Nothing wrong with that. Okay. Yeah, I will try to not fool around with these ladies for too long. I just realized I do have to. Oh, dear Lord, I did not mean that how it came out. Oh, sorry about that. But yeah, I just noticed that was way too close. So my apologies, as Hugh, excuse me, as the Prince Regent would say over in Blackadder II. God, I forgot that line. I always loved it when he used that word in such a silly way. That's why I like the dictionary episode of Blackadder so much in the 3rd season. I'm not even going to try to repeat what Blackadder says to him, making up all those funny words, because they are hilarious. I finally got to watch it again the other day. Darren says, "No worries, I tend to lurk when I won't be at the keyboard all the time." Ah, I understand that too. There are some times where I've had to do that on a couple of Nina streams about a year ago, because it's like, okay, I'm going to have to do this on the phone, so I'm going to be on the fly. And it was, well, those are experiences we just try to learn from and keep rolling, as it were. Because, oh, holy cow. But yeah, because it's like, if you're going to be there, you want to be doing something if you have been bequeathed with the responsibility to do so, so you want to make sure you can. Hey, do you know if Tomby's streaming tomorrow? I was hoping he would be. Because I missed him on Sunday. I mean, I missed a lot of people on Sunday. Sunday was a completely despondent mess. Oh, that's what. It's because it fell off of there. But yeah, I'm going to try to just going to try to not to do a whole ton with them tonight, because I need to start number 11. And it's taken too long. And I'm trying something different. I'm trying to make this longer, but I think I should keep it more taut and cut it off around here above her knees. So next time I draw, I think I will go that way. It's supposed to be a particularly weird and fishy dress. Oh, Darren says, "I did not see a note from Tomby since Sunday. The YouTube debacle seemed to derail a lot of folks." Yeah. Now, I did make it to Toxic Femme, but I couldn't stay for the whole thing because YouTube wasn't allowing me to. But at least the part of it that I got to make it for was a fun stream. I even chatted a little bit. By the time Comics Division came on and Comicsgate Kings was deep in, then it started functioning better, and by then I was able to get to Bruce and Janet's stream, because they always talk movies every Monday. They watch them on Discord. If you want to join them, feel free to. There's a Bruce Lombardo of Dix Division, Janet from Another Planet. They're always pretty cool. Oh, that's right. You were doing a pumpkin carving, so you weren't going to be able to have seen all of that. Yeah, Darren says he was carving during Toxic Femme, so he needs to catch up. But yeah, man, go to well, how do I do this? Wait. I know how to do it. Keep telling you this stuff, and I'm not making your life easier for it, so I need to actually do that. Give me a second. All right. Hold on, we'll do it this way. Oh, it's Frank Cho drawing Wonder Woman. Cool. Alright, now. I still need to fix that list so I can make it public again. Now we can go. I just thank the good Lord this thing started working again, because I don't know what the heck I was going to do. Darren says, I saw about a minute. Nina, Michelle, Carol look great. They really did. They really, really did. They just look freaking fantastic. And they talk good topics again. Oh, I don't need to go in here for this. What am I doing? Stop it. I just need... There. Alright, you don't need to come on, you just need to pause. I guess I'll run it. Alright, fine. Just bring up the chat. That is not how you spell that, but I do that a lot. Okay, where's the first? Obviously behind where I thought I left it. All right. All right, now if I can just get my templates out of my old phone, I can finally start sharing people's streams again like I used to, and actually help you do the links properly like I used to be able to 14,000 years ago. Okay, there's links to both of their channels. And they've been trying to watch the stream on Janet's channel of late to give her the watch hours. But yeah, if you get to pop in there, Bruce didn't put up what movie they're doing next week yet, so I'm not sure. But if you get to pop in there next week, remind me and I'll ask him to drop the Discord. And that way you can join them on Discord, because that's what they do. Sunday night, they'll watch the movie they're going to discuss Monday night. And it's usually a fun little stream. There's not a ton of people there. And probably just less than... Probably maybe a third are mods already. So it's a nice and safe and easy place. And it's always a nice and hearty discussion between Bruce and Janet, because they don't always like the movie that they pick. For example, when Janet gets to pick the movie, Bruce sometimes grumbles, but they always have a good discussion about it with the chat, and it always works out. It's like Siskel and Ebert, but it's peaceful and it's nice. And then Janet also likes to cosplay, because she's really good at it. Well, I mean, she actually had a bit of that for her career, but I don't want to spoil it for you. I'll let you see for yourself. But definitely stop by next Monday night and remind me, because it's Monday nights at 8:30 Eastern usually, and then remind me so that I can have both of them drop their Discords for you, because I have them in mind, but I don't know how to get them out to actually give them to you, because I don't understand freaking Discord. I bet you already know it better than I do. Oh, Darren says he says thanks for the links, and then he subbed to both of them. And he says he loves the dynamic. Yeah, it is a good dynamic. You'll see when you get to watch them. Oh, and then welcome, Ola and Hale. Awesome One has entered the chat. And then he asks, have you fix OBSSS LOL. Awesome One, you're terrible. I cannot tell you that I have fixed it, but I think the Lord did. At least enough of it for me to be able to stream. Because as you can see, I'm actually using both of them this time. See? There's the normal camera's gone. That's the, and there's the regular camera back. So I have them back on in there. And Darren says hi to Awesome. What good stuff. All right, now I can turn it off here. Oh, actually, no. I will leave it on there. I will turn it off here. That way I won't be hearing this repeated backwards. Oh, dear. I forgot to smash the like on my own freaking stream. Let me fix that. All right, good. It's fixed. And I terminated the echo. That has been dealt with. Which is good. This thing resets, so I'm out. Fantastic. But yeah, Awesome One. That OBS, oof, it was rough. If you actually popped into any of the debacles that I had going, because I actually wound up with 3 streams for yesterday and 2 for today. Well, you probably heard the audio skipping over itself, if it even got there. But it was pretty bad. And then Awesome One gives us a very helpful tip. He says, remember, as a vampire, don't buy a basement full of windows. That's a very, very helpful tip. We need to spread the news around because even vampires don't have common sense anymore. They went all sparkly and they lost their minds. Now, even they can't do their job right. Everything is off kilter. It's all bad. But over here, it's all good again. And I only wound up with 1 scene. I don't have the preview thing anymore, but it's fine because most of the other stuff is working and at least just enough. Darren M says, thinking emoji. That checks out. I'll let Shane G know that too. Someone, yeah, somebody should tell Shane G that. I'm fairly certain he has way too many windows in his basement. And he should know better. One of these days I may actually stream while he's actually up. We shall see. Oh, guys, I tried to go on with other people on Sunday. And I had to use StreamYard, and StreamYard still hates me. A lot. It's pretty bad. Lord willing, now that this is back up and running, I'll get to start a little bit earlier tomorrow. A little earlier. I can't make promises when it comes to schedules. I'm slightly worse than Gary. Because I too am something of a boomer. I think. Well, let me see. Is that an? I'm not trying to finish this tonight. I just wanted to get a few more things going. Like I said, I finally got her tail where I wanted it situated, so to speak. And I still haven't figured out if this one's gonna have wings or not. But I mean, I guess she kinda should. That's supposed to be slightly sheer and almost pointless. even sure if I can completely do that because I still have to put her arms somewhere down there, but I'm thinking of putting them behind each other. Awesome one says, oh, I watch church and cultural only on Sunday. Ah, cool. At least they were able to get enough YouTube. Yeah, my church actually, they were able to go live, but they had a hiccup and then they just did another one, and that one lasted fine. Like I'll if I'm up early enough on a Sunday, I'll watch all 3 of the services. But if not, I usually get to catch the one that I physically used to be able to attend, which is the 3rd one. It's Calvary Chapel of Chester Springs. For some reason, my church's name tends to escape my brain every once in a while. But that be where I be going when I'm able, which is not very often. Especially not now that my car said, screw you, buddy. I take vacation now. And so it did. And the vacation has lasted quite some time, I must add. It's pretty bad. Yeah, I got the catch culture show, but I couldn't do anything in the chat. It was kind of impossible. Oh, and Darren, and well, really, to both of you guys, I've been trying to do a bit of homework on this whole thing of streaming to try to figure out how I can make my way to be able to bring people on despite being an OBS kin, I guess if you could say it. And I think I finally found one video that explains it in a manner in which I can understand it, but I'm going to have to watch it a few more times. And then try it again. Let's see if I can find a friendly guinea pig who will test the madness out with me. The other reason, I can't go too far down with this here either because I still have to show her flaring bell-bottom thing, which I actually should flare it down to at least here. Just because you're a demon doesn't mean you can't be fashionable. Someone says there's a wedding pic on Google Maps of that church. There should be a few. There have been quite a few marriages of late. But yeah, they just redid the parking lot again. And pretty much with all church workers. It's just folks from the pew that want the place to stay nice and neat and clean and pretty. And a couple of years, actually no, this happened before. I think it was a year or two before the pandemic that they were actually able to well, they preyed on things that they owed. They always, if whenever you do your tithing and stuff, they always make a record of it in case you need to use it for tax purposes later. Because you know how the IRS is about 503c stuff. And they were actually blessed to be completely out of debt. Like the church has zero debt. Everything is net. So they were able to do more missionary support. They were able to start a few programs in the community and do more things in the church with the kids. It's been good. Hopefully I'll get to go back there so I can join in, because it has been a while. Darren M says StreamYard seems friendlier. Yeah, it is generally. That said, I'll be a victim with you. I need to learn as well. Just let me know. All right, cool, Darren M. Cool beans. I will try to do it at a less vampiric hour when I finally get to do that thing with the videos. And then I'll try to do it so we can just sort of figure it out and set a time, and then we'll try that because Bruce Lombardo, he got me on a stream. We just did a private stream, we just did a private room. Culture Casino did it too. That's how he helped me how he showed me how to do some of the stuff. God bless Culture Casino. He's very, 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 very willing to help, and I'm very, 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 very willing to pay it forward. And so was Bane, for that matter. But he actually just made a video for me to show me stuff about OBS, which was really cool. Let's see. But yeah, it's a good church. I like the Calvary movement generally. There was a church that was affiliated with the Calvary movement, but was never like fully official. And when I was going to Philly, that's actually where I discovered the movement, looking around. And so I went there, and then after I moved out here, they went through some crazy stuff. A bunch of people left. Same thing happened to the church I grew up in the States. Not so much the one that I grew up in the Dominican Republic. That one actually just grew into a bunch more of them. I didn't want to make these too muscly. I wanted to make them a bit more slithery. But she can have something of a peck. Just a little definition. It don't got to be a whole ab. And on her, since she's got those 5 ruffles in the front, I still got to figure all of that out. Darren M says, I'm sending you my number via email. You can call by WhatsApp, email, smoke signals, or whatever works for you. No problem, Darren M. Actually, yeah, I'll take it into there, but there's something that you should get if you don't have one already. See if you can get yourself an Instagram, because there's stuff. I mean, for comms, if you're actually going to write something down, I definitely prefer WhatsApp or something like that. But my WhatsApp also doesn't like my phone. It says it's too outdated, but it still pushes through to get in there, but it doesn't often work. So I am left with trying to do comms through Instagram, because they actually have a pretty decent call feature. I was surprised. I forget who it was that told me about it, but that's actually what I've been using to try to reach out to a few folks here and there, because I'm sort of stuck out. And most of them, they have Instagrams they don't really use to Instagram. They just use it to call out, because not everybody can do Discord either. I would say it definitely rivals it for call quality. I mean, I haven't had much of any trouble with it. I think there's only one call I had where the call quality was kind of bad, but for the most part, it's pretty darn good. Alright, so if they each have a part to the left and the right, I was thinking maybe this one's hair could be, that she would have one on each side, and then you still don't get to see a whole ton of her face. This actually is a hairstyle I do like. Super bangs, folks. Super bangs. Nothing wrong with them. Nothing wrong with them. And maybe she can have a ponytail, or just a big puff like the other one. That's what I was thinking, but I'm not sure. But I could like come down or whatever. I don't know which way. Darren says, Insta, okay, I sent you an email. I'll set up the Insta. We can chat. That sounds like a way too. It's the way that has been I've been able to use as a workaround for being so technologically incapable and indeed under technological oppression. I miss being able to share people's streams. I always used to share Lorena's streams all the time, and she says that she actually used to get other folks looking off of there. Because I would like always hashtag it with her stuff. I used to do that with Jane, Makini, everybody. But I haven't. I mean, if you look on my Twitter, there's like 2-3 years of mostly that. There's also some fights that I had with people because they decided to come to my turf and bring their garbage. And I'm not here to be about blocking. So, like, look, this is a public forum. So just remember, whatever you say is just as public as what I do. So I'm not going to try to hide behind anything. Here it is. Let's do this. There and says, Miss Creole, lovely lady. She is. She's good people. I miss her on Toxic Femme. I also miss Mary Mayhem on Toxic Femme, for that matter. But I know that there were troubles there, so that's not a thing that's going to ever be seen again. And I think Lorena, it was a while back when Nina was still had just come on to start to do Toxic Femme. Actually, no, it wasn't when she just came on. It was a little bit after. But I guess she passed the reins off to Nina because there was another stream that she started doing Monday nights. So she wasn't going to be able to do Toxic Femme as much anymore. Plus, she's got the Dark Council on Wednesdays, which is another show I need to make my way back to. But I've been missing from there for a while. I believe the way I was led there actually was Demogeny, who's pretty cool. I don't think he lives too far from where I used to when I was living in Philly. Darren says, yes, things have changed on Toxic Femme. Indeed. Well, technically not for the worse. It just kind of sucks that there are some femmes that won't be back, because that, to me, that's just completely silly and stupid. But you know how I feel about that whole thing. YouTube drama ain't even for your mama. It shouldn't happen, and it shouldn't be at all. Oh, excuse me, that was my poor knuckles. That they just needed some help. So I had to crack them. Alright, one more of these things. Oh, so it did it in response to me doing that. Alright, good. Let me clip this a bit better. Oh, Darren. I didn't get to tell you before. And Darren says, that I know, I agree there. But I finally got to start the other drawing where it'll be Infinite Hope over here and Nina over there. I may have to make Hope a little shorter, but I kind of wanted to make them the same height. I'm not sure. Because if you look over there, Hope is clearly not a particularly tall woman. Not the way that I drew her. Because I was trying to draw her and find... No. I was trying to thread a needle between Black Cat and Sailor Moon. And that was not easy. I don't really think I succeeded. But I think it still worked out because she actually did like it in the end. But yeah, so... And due to recent inspiration, because I was just going to try to do, because I'm horrifyingly awful at drawing curly hair people, but I may have found a bit of a way around it due to Nina's recent cosplay. So I'm going to actually just try to give it that shape and make the highlights of light sort of point out the curls, kind of like Makini does. I'm not skilled at that though, but I'm going to give it a try. Yeah, she's definitely taller than Anna, that's for sure. That's for darn sure. But yeah, in this person's probably a little bit taller than that. But I think it's mostly okay. I think I may have to shave comparatively maybe 2 inches off of each of them. So I will try to do that the next time around, because this book I've actually already written in everything that I'm going to draw in it. I'm actually almost at the end. I ran out of space. That's why I had to draw that other girl with that weird creature on the other sketch pad. But there are still many things to draw here, as you can see. But yeah, that's the one we're gonna do them, and as you can see, they both have cats. I already know what this one's gonna be like, but this one's gonna be a little bit tougher because white cats are not easy to draw. Black cats aren't either. Well, then again, I'm not good at drawing any animals, so we'll have to figure that out. But I'm gonna try to do to stylize it off of Princess Jasmine's hair. Now, the nose is going to be very important, because if I get that off, it'll completely not look like her when I do it. And I have to do that in a stylized way that's more like manga-like, so that's going to be a pain in the tuchus. I'm sure you've seen mangaka trying to draw non-Asian people in that style. It hasn't been easy for them. but they're trying, and they're getting better. The Daredevil says, Yuki. Nina will love that. I hope so. Because in the one that I sent her, it's... Well, you see it. That one there, that's the one that I sent to her. And I don't think she noticed it. Because she didn't notice that I made the insignia for Infinite Hope as her own signature, or her own tag. You've probably seen it before, because you get the mod on. And then Darren says, ooh, tough. Yeah, it is. It's pain in the butt. But yeah, so that is the hopeful plan for which we'll get there. And then once I can draw the both of them, I can just have Nina and Hope in the same comic book. I just got to get to the point where I know them enough that I can draw them in panels without having to reference them. And I drew this one almost entirely from memory. This one not so much, and this one I got the skirt from memory because I actually liked the way that worked. But doing it longer doesn't actually help, so I'm gonna up the hem. The hem will stop about here under her calf, and then all of this will start right above her knee. So I'll make it like the first drawing. But all this is working out with these slats and me making just sort of the indents of it as it falls over her. And then this one will have all this other stuff going on down here. So at least that's good. But you know what, folks? I think it's time to say goodnight to the ladies. So I don't have that much time today, so it's time to start the other thing. Alright, and I'm gonna have to bring Granny down because I don't have a sufficient whatchamacallit to put behind here. Oh, wait, maybe I don't. Maybe I don't. I forgot this was back here. Alright, you get back under there. Get back under there. Alright, sorry. I am going to have to cover her up a bit. Alright. Let's get to number 11. I haven't been trying to put this off. It just kind of wound up that way because I was still doing more stuff there. Granny, for the most part, I think she's mostly ready, but I can't do anything else until I can put her over there. Ooh! Oh, what the heck? Stop it. Focus. Give me a second. Let me hit the button. There is an actual button for that. It should fix it. It should get it back to normal. Oh yeah, I forgot. We can go here too. And then Darren says, yep, I saw that. That said, I tend to find things I should not. No worries, Darren. The same happens to me. It is good, sir. All good. Let's see, I think I maybe didn't place this properly. Hang on, there's another divot here, so we may experience a bit of a jump. And then for this, I wasn't going to put in an insignia, but now I think I have to. Yeah. It's going to be 2 more of these, so I need the old jumbo circles. Wait, was it this big? Oh, Lord. Hold on, I got to check this size. I can't screw that up at this point, or they'll look terrible on Instagram. Give me a sec. I just need to see which one of these stencils I actually use for this. I don't think it was this one. But you know what? It was this one. Oh yeah. It was this one. Okay. Now that we got that. This was the beginning of the journey sketchpad, the old 9x12. So let's get up here. Now, one thing I did notice on Instagram is Instagram cuts drawings off, short and off, and it is so obnoxious. Even photos they do, and considering that's supposed to be like their whole things for photographs. Let me see. I just have to stretch this to the, I see the perforations right around here, so this should be enough. Okay. Ooh, wow, I am pushing that. But it's fine. Alright, now I think this one should give me enough of an inner line to be able to work with, to hopefully make the insignia a little bit better than the last time I made it, because, man, that was tough. Isn't measuring fun? Hey, look. If you don't have rulers, you don't have straight lines, and as an artist, you can't have that. And I think I've finally moved beyond the point where I didn't feel like I could call myself that. I still don't, but I now do. Still don't feel like I can, but we'll say aspiring instead of not at all or not good. All right, good. Good. Let me take the old progress. Pardon my mess there. I need to take one of these. No stopping us now, as they say. Alright, hang on. I'll have to move the camera over this way. Okay. You get over there. Didn't realize I didn't have the eraser in the right place. That's okay. Now we're good. Hold on, the paper is doing something weird. I never get to actually use the first one because I always take these in a hurry, but this time I'm gonna try to take my darn time. will do. Alright, let's get back there. Darren says, reminds me of drafting. Yes, yes. Something I've never really been able to do. You have no idea how obsessed I was with trying to figure out how to use AutoCAD back in the day. And I still want to. But now my computer can't run it, so I can't even try. So we'll have to try again in the future after I can figure all of this stuff out. Alright, now. Now, I need one piece of reference, because I just don't have these in my head. Oh my gosh, come on computer, be nicer please. I went through the trouble of not turning other things on so that you didn't have to go through all this. Come on computer. Alright, now the really terrible beast thing will be sort of the tallest of them, but I found this one image where it kind of got them off in the background and around it. And I do actually have, what would you call this? It's sort of a thumbnail of what of how I wanted to actually put them. So before I was going to use this panoramic style, so wide, but I can't really make them very tall that way. So I'm going to have to take this and squeeze really hard. I'm just going to squeeze until I can't squeeze no more. And then then all this down here would be what I'll use for number 12. This is just a terrible sketch so that I can get an idea, because I got this idea like at the beginning of October and I'm like, okay, maybe I can actually do 2 more. And then I forgot that I had the idea, so I'm glad that I sketched it, because then I remembered finally after I started this with Mads that I needed to do both of them. So I'll use that to put all 10 of the lanterns on there. I don't know how I'm going to squeeze all of them in there, but clearly I'll have to draw them much, much smaller. So I'll leave this to the side here so I can actually try to use it a little bit. Alright, good. Now, that's that reference, but I still need one more. Oh my gosh. I don't know if you've ever seen Rainbow Bright, but they have this. Well, I'm sure you saw the Rippa campaigns, and he has a character in there that's cloaked, and all you can see are his eyes and his bony fingers. And Rainbow Bright has a villain that's just like that. I don't know if it's a villain for Rippaverse or not, but it definitely was in Rainbow Bright, because it's kind of cloaked, hooded figure. All you can see is the eyes. The hands look terrible, and they have sort of claws on them for nails. Darren says 10. Wow. Yeah, I have to. And this is what I'm talking about. With the insignia, which I'll put on the right for them on the following page behind this, I had to figure out how to fit all 10 of the characters. Well, it's all of these. I mean, I kind of showed them to you before. But yeah. Including this one, which was very, 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 very difficult to try to mix the Rainbow Bright version of this and the Green Lantern version of this. So I had to shrink all of them, and their heads are already enlarged because they're chibis. So that's going to be a horrible experience. It really will. Oh man, like their heads are already huge. and they have much smaller bodies than their heads do, so fitting them all on the same sheet of paper is, well, all I can really say for myself is I asked for it. I can't complain now. I made my bed, I gotta lie in it, so to speak. Alright, it's finally coming through. Hang on, it's gonna blip out for a second because I had to open up this folder. But for them, well, we'll start it. Because the cloaked figure will be here. And I think for them, I don't know if to make them chibi of themselves. I kind of should. It's not easy to make chibis look scary. So technically, I already have to start shrinking heads, if you will. And I think that might be too big. Because the body for him has to be like around there. And then it's already going into that, so it'll basically be this. So on this page I have to fit 5. 5 of them. Oh, one more blip. Bear with us while these technical difficulties get us out of the spinning blue circle of doom. Awesome one says, be like Shelby and draw a poster-sized paper. Trust me, awesome one. I have it sitting over there. It's because I have my 18 by 24. I have a couple of those, what do you call it there? Sketch pads over this way. But there's paper that's almost twice as big over there because it's, well, it's not twice as big, but it's about 45 to 55% larger. Okay, it's coming back. It was blipping. It's starting to come back, folks. But yeah, someone, I can't draw these on there yet because I don't have anywhere to keep that paper where it won't be destroyed. And it took me years of sitting stuff on those sheets to keep it from wanting to roll it into itself. It's so obnoxious. But at least they're there. But yeah, I definitely, and I have even bigger paper than that I want to use for after I can actually get a campaign going. And I'll make sure I take scans of it along the way, and then I'll just make it a giveaway, maybe on a stream or something. Oh, I forgot. He has a huge... his head is already huge as it is. If you guys remember the villains from Rainbow Bright, this is the weirdo green guy. But the thing about it is that I can't just make them themselves. And he's also wearing a robe, but I gotta make his body fit this paper. So this one's gonna be tough, guys. This one's gonna be super tough. But it's got to be done. Okay, the computer's not done rebel rousing, so we'll keep going for now until it is. Okay. And then somehow I have to fit Murky and Lurky here. And the way I drew, like, Murky is like twice, maybe 3 times the size. I'm sorry, Lurky is twice the size, or 3 times the size as Murky is. Oh gosh. Well, here, I'll show you the way I drew them, because it's right here. But you're right, awesome one. I do need to be like Shelby and draw on poster-sized paper. I do. And I am definitely planning on it. I got that paper years ago, in preparation for hopefully getting to actually drawing something that size. I did actually draw something on a poster once, but I didn't realize it was poster size paper and that it was folded because it was so thin. I still have the picture, but no. Oh, shoot. Don't drop the book. It'll tear the pages. Yeah, so this is how I drew Murky and